Every single morning you wake up, maybe make coffee, grab your keys, start your car. But here's a question nobody asks. What actually is the fuel in your gas tank? Like, where did it start? What did it look like before it became gasoline? Because the answer is way weirder, way older, and honestly way cooler than you'd expect. And once you know how crude oil gets turned into fuel, you'll never look at a gas pump the same way again. Let's go. Crude oil, also called petroleum, isn't some clean, shiny liquid. It's basically ancient dead organisms. Algae, bacteria, tiny sea creatures all compressed underground for 300 million years under insane heat and pressure. Yeah, your road trip runs on prehistoric plankton. But here's the strange part. When crude oil comes out of the ground, it's completely useless on its own. It's thick. It's dark. It smells terrible. You cannot put that in your car. So how does it go from prehistoric sludge to the stuff powering a Boeing 747? That's where refining comes in. Here's a history drop most people skip. Humans have known about crude oil for thousands of years. The ancient Babylonians used it as a sealant. The Chinese were drilling for oil as far back as 347 AD using bamboo pipes. No joke. But the modern refining era, that started with one guy. In 1849, a Canadian geologist named Abraham Gesner figured out how to boil crude oil and collect the vapors, turning it into kerosene. That single discovery lit up homes across the world and replaced whale oil in lamps. And the real reason that matters. It proved that crude oil wasn't just one thing. It was many things locked together. Scientists just needed a way to pull them apart. But that's not the most interesting part. The key process is called fractional distillation. Here's how it works, and it's actually beautiful. Crude oil gets heated to around 350 degrees Celsius. That's hotter than your oven at full blast. At that temperature, the oil turns into vapor and rises up a giant tower called a distillation column. Now here's the genius part. Different molecules in crude oil have different weights. Lighter ones rise higher. Heavier ones sink lower. At different levels of that tower, the vapors cool and condense into liquid again, each becoming a completely different product. Top of the tower, you get LPG, liquid petroleum gas, the stuff in your camping stove. A bit lower, gasoline, your car fuel. Further down, jet fuel, aviation kerosene. Even lower, diesel, heavy trucks, trains. All the way at the bottom, bitumen. The black stuff roads are made of. 1 barrel of crude oil, 1 tower, 6 completely different products. But scientists discovered something unexpected. Even after distillation, a lot of the oil is still too heavy to be useful. So refineries do something almost alchemical. They literally break apart the large, heavy molecules using extreme heat and catalysts. This process is called cracking. And with cracking, refineries can convert heavy crude into lighter, more valuable products. Think about that. They're reshaping molecules on a massive industrial scale. One refinery can process 300,000 barrels per day. That's 13 million gallons. Every single day. And the whole process is so efficient that almost nothing gets wasted. Even the leftover gases get used as fuel to power the refinery itself. Nature spent 300 million years making crude oil. Humans figured out how to completely disassemble and rebuild it in about 24 hours. So here's the big takeaway. Every time you fill up your tank, you're at the end of a 300 million year journey from ancient ocean life to underground pressure to a global network of distillation towers, molecular cracking, and precision chemistry. That's not just fuel. That's one of the most complex industrial processes humans have ever built. And it all started because one guy in 1849 decided to boil some sludge. So next time you're at the gas pump, look at that nozzle differently. You're holding the end result of geological time, human curiosity, and serious science. If this blew your mind even a little, smash that like button, share it with someone who fills up gas and never thinks about it, and subscribe because we break down exactly this kind of everyday science every single week. See you in the next one.